Hello everyone, welcome back to Fox's Ghetto Prison. We are playing Oxygen Not Included. So what are we doing today? This area is still airing out. A little bit of slime lung here and there, not a whole lot. They are currently deconstructing and just getting everything prepared. We need more space because what I want to do is start distilling slime, and this area needs to be deeper. I was wondering if I should expand this further, but I don't think it'll matter. I think it'll be fine the way it is. We need to start cleaning up some of these areas. These areas are a bit inefficient. We can deconstruct. We just need to organize things a little better. So let's start doing just that. I want to build mesh tiles. What material should I use? Let's use iron. Iron is just one of those materials that we don't need it for too much at the moment. Iron's kind of a throwaway material. I mean, you don't want to waste any materials, obviously, but iron, let me see. So over here we can see the effects of using a different resource. So there appears to be no effect to using iron. So since there's no special effect to iron, for example, copper gives you 10% more decor, gold gives you more decor, plus it's thermally reactive, has a better overheat temperature. What is this? This is wolframite, isn't it? Yeah, this is wolframite. Wolframite's pretty rare, so we don't want to use that for anything. And what we want to do is refinement. Oh, that's right. They're researching it. Okay, so we can't do anything until that's done. But we need to start using the slime in here so that we could start refining algae. This is kind of the tier 2 oxygen, is refining slime into algae. You don't have to refine slime into algae. You can use slime for other things. For example, we could ranch mushrooms. Or we could cultivate mushrooms. That sounds a bit more logical. And once that... How close to this being done? Okay, they're almost done. The tricky thing about it is that we'll have to kind of deal with the slime in waves, because basically it does take a moment for the slime to be destroyed, and if they grab the slime that isn't perfectly clean and put it in here, then we'll start getting, like, algae that isn't clean as well. Okay, it looks like they're idling, so let's give them some orders. One of the things I want to do is this over here. We need to start... What I want to do is kind of dig out like a... oh, my phone is... Always my phone. Always my phone. We want to accommodate more water here. Like, this is going to become active in, like, 20 days. So we definitely want to start getting this, like, basically an area to catch. So basically it has more room to continuously erupt until we find a way to deal with the water. I do have an idea of what I want to do with the water. And I believe the reason why this wasn't working is because... I believe this needs to be submerged in water because the water leaches a lot of heat off of it. But it still has the same problem in that... It still has the same problem that it uses up a ton of energy. Like, let's take a look again. Thermal aqua tuner. 1.2 kilowatts? Yeah, that's a lot. That's basically the power of both of our coal generators. Like, that's a ton of power. We also need to start thinking about making, like, a real... basically, like, a real power plant. Like, let me see how many... It would be about right here. Another 16 tiles, basically. It would release that chlorine, but I might not care. I might not care enough to... Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it'll release the chlorine in here, but I'm almost wondering is, like, maybe that doesn't even matter. Or maybe I could make a kind of a cheesier... Yeah, I might have a cheesier way to, or a cheaper way to get the... Oh, I need to go at full speed. What are we doing? So let's kind of outline this. Let's leave one space here so that we can drill through that. Probably to right here. It's not an ideal size, but who cares? We just want to clear an area for the water, basically. Then we'll clear that out. It's going to take a while to drill through the abyssal. In fact, I might not even do this part here just because there's no reason to cut through abyssal if we don't have to. Like, if we can ignore the abyssal, because remember, the abyssal has a really high, what do you call it? I can't even think of the name. It's very good at resisting heat change. So there's not a whole lot of reason to drill it out. Let's check this room. I think this room is finally clean. A little bit of germs on those objects, but I care more about airborne germs. Okay, we're good. That means we can actually deconstruct all of these. Very nice. And that's why it's not a waste to build, like, even though we built a crap load of these, it's not a big deal. And it also means this can go. We're gonna probably we'll build it over here. Let's do this here, and doing a little bit of remodeling. The egg cracker. Oh. Always leave things 2 spaces aside from each other so that in the event you want to build something in between... Oh, did it wrong again. I like to leave 2 spaces in between things, so in the event... Like, if I wanted to build, like, a wart seed right there, which I probably do, because... those things are known to be rather... Oh, we need to set our priorities. Make this a 7. Okay, so we're gonna build... a water sieve right here. I'm gonna build... This is gonna be pretty cool. It's probably gonna take the majority of the episode to build this, but it's gonna be pretty neat. And then we're gonna build a liquid reservoir right here. We're gonna need a pump over here. Let's get the wiring in next. I don't want to connect the wire yet, so I'm going to leave it there. Let's begin making the... Let's bulldoze these 2. Let's also unlock this, just for now. What we're going to do is install a full-fledged bathroom. And... where is it? It's under medicine. A real sink. Very nice. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start getting the piping ready. There's going to be one up top as well. So this is basically welcome to plumbing. So basically I'm going to start setting up the pipes where the additional lavatories would be. This is going to be really confusing. Let me just get everything set up before I actually explain what's happening. Okay, and so then this pipe is going to go down here to that. This one is unnecessary. This pipe is going to go into here. This pipe is going to go into here. This pipe is going to go into here. Okay, so while they're building it, I'll explain what's happening. Because like I said, it probably looks like a huge, nasty mess of pipes. The first thing to understand is that green is where the liquid goes out, White is where the liquid goes in. So it starts here. Green, the liquid is being pumped out of here into... These eventually will all be sinks, right? Well, maybe we can... Maybe the system's ready right now. We can actually see it in real time. Make this a 9. Let's see. Okay, so let's just watch it. This is pumping the water in. We're gonna shut this off pretty soon. So it has now supplied this with water. You can actually see there's a blue tint right there. See how this is empty? This one is not. I believe that's enough water, because basically we're gonna trap the water, so let's make this a priority 9 disable. So someone just used it? Okay, so someone just used it. Let's slow it down. Okay, no, let's just watch it in real time. This doesn't have any water, so it can't be used just yet. Hopefully they don't go out this way. That would be annoying. Oh, no, they can't. All the food is on the left side. Oh, they did go out this way. So that was the reason we locked the door, typically. Gotta make sure that they aren't... Okay, they are lucking out. They actually have... Because they have slime lung on them, they are not getting dirty from pooping. Just because one of the rules of the game is you can only have one type of germ on you, so they're actually super lucking out right now. I'm watching them, though. If one of them gets... So this one got it. You see how she's going out here? This is why we locked that door, so I'm going to order her to go this way and wash her hands. Good, she's going the right way. We need to make sure everyone is free of food poisoning before the night ends. I don't feel safe to do anything. Oh, see this guy? No, you don't. This is why we locked that door. Oh, what's this? No, you don't. Back over here. Hush, cat. Why are you howling like a dog? Do you think you're a dog or something? Okay, so now that it's daytime and there's plenty of time for us basically to deconstruct these and replace them in time, that's what we're gonna do. So let me just order a deconstruction on all of these. And now let me... Refinement, plumbing, add our lavatories in. And let's go ahead and add this in. So they're gonna build that. Oh, let's get our summary in the meantime. Oh, we're at day 100, nice. Slickster eggs! That's what we were looking for. Okay, we need to do some things we need to do this before they hatch. I mean, we got time. These need to go, because this area actually needs to heat up now. Let's make this priority 9. They need to get these built. Set these to the left direction. Let's go ahead and lock this door again before something dumb happens. There. Now we don't have to worry about that problem. I kind of want them to... Well, we'll figure it out in time. So we got a lot of polluted dirt here because these are currently overloaded, but there's nothing we can do about that. Okay, I think it's confused right now. Hold on a second. Let me sever this real quick. There we go. Okay, it was confused. Okay. We'll just have to let it flow for a while, because like I said, it's currently confused. And maybe I can reconnect it now? Like I said, I'll explain it in a moment. I'm just trying to make sure it's going to work. Make it. Build it. Build it. Priority 9. Someone gonna build it? There we go. Okay, now it's meeting over here like it should. Okay, I think it'll work now. Let's go ahead and cut all of these. Make sure when you're cutting pipes, do not cut pipes that have water in it unless you're ready for the water to spill out, especially if it's polluted water, so it doesn't contaminate anything. What's going to happen, though, is eventually this will all get in there, and then we can trim this part of the pipe off. So here's how it works. This is green is the liquid exit. Oh, let me give them something to do. Like, I don't want them to just sit around and be dumb. Like this. What else? What else can I need to give them some tasks. Let me just do this. Drill this away. Okay, so here's how it works. Green is exits, white is entrances, so the liquid gets pumped into the water supply. You can see here that these all have a water supply now. After they take a dump, instead of it becoming dirt that they gotta change, they don't have to plunge these. These are all automated. The crappy water exits here, and it goes to this water sieve. The water sieve is full of... it's so fun. I'm pointing to my TV, or my monitor, like as if you guys can see it, but the water sieve... Oh, we can see it. The water sieve is taking the pollution out of it. See that? And it's getting recycled back into here. Right? Although I think we have too much water in here, so I have a feeling we're just gonna cut these and let the water come out. It's not a big deal. This is all fresh water anyways. So we'll cut the water there, because it's just gonna... all that's gonna happen is it'll just drop down into this area. And that's not a big deal. It can drop down there. That's not a big deal. Let's turn this off real quick, though. In case there is any contaminant in it, I don't want to pour it in. Doesn't look like there is any contaminant. But we'll just leave it in its bottled state just to be safe. Anyway, so... yeah, so this has sand in it, and it basically pushes the water through the sand, and because sand is so tight, the sand basically allows the water through, but none of the contaminants. Now over here, what we have is basically we have a liquid reservoir here. The reason this is here is because the system will get backed up. Like, you see how the water's getting really backed up here? Well, this is fine. It's not a big deal if the water backs up over here. It is a big deal if the water backs up over here, though. So, for example, if this exit just looped around, like, if we did something, pause it. If we just did something like this, let's just say we did something like this. So it's just going to dump it out directly into here. Well, if this part backs up all the way to here, then this part backs up because the polluted water would get stuck waiting in line. So what we need is basically a reservoir that has a huge capacity for all of the excess water to go into, and that's exactly what this does. But we can go further than that. We're not done yet. Let's make this out of gold. Oh, no, let's do copper. Same thing. Connected over here. And then down here as well. Connected over here. And now we'll just let them work. Also, let's go ahead and plant our wart seed here. Let's also... Oh, we need to replace this. Eggs? Larva eggs. Gotta remember to take them out, though. We don't want them to... Let's make this an 8. Want to make sure that they get those eggs in there and I get them out before they lose viability. Okay. Okay, 3 eggs, that's good. This is all fine. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so now we have shower stalls. Look at that. You know, you guys haven't bathed in... I know you guys haven't bathed in over 100 days, but that's about to change. Not immediately, though, because the water's going to take a moment to filter through. Very slowly. But eventually, it will start to balance itself out. Let's see if that... I don't know if they gave them enough water. Like, they're going to have to take a dump multiple times until eventually these are fed enough water. Let's see if it's enough, though. So, on the schedule, that's what... Oh, wow, we have so many... We need more schedules. So that's what this... Oh, look at this. Nice. There, and now it's recycling it all, so we don't need to... It's going to use the same amount of water forever. Very nice. Yeah, let me assign them some orders real quick. Okay, what we need now are more of these types of panels, more of these things here. I need... Let's use iron. I want all of these to be mesh tiles. Also, let's start... Our schedules are really messed up. How many people? We have 12, so I want a 4th one. Let's add a number 4. So here's how we do. We go 1, 2 over. 3 bedtime. 2 downtime. And then everything else is work. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start throwing guys into the final schedule over here. Got 3 in the first schedule, 3 in the second. Okay, so now we've got 4 shifts of 2 hours rotating with 3 people on each shift. The next thing we need is a grooming station. And then I also want to trade places with one of these, deconstruct. Let's put the battery over here. We need to replace its automation wire. We can cut these, trim these off. No, that can stay there. We're going to add in a space heater now. Under utilities. Space heater. We're going to add in a thermal sensor right here. Add an automation wire. Temperature is rising nicely. Like, ever since we pulled that Wheezewort out, it's getting very hot in here very quickly. Make this a 7. Let's make the temperature... It will turn on if it is below 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So now this is going to make sure that the area stays hot. Everything needs to stay over 95 degrees because that's these slicksters, they can't survive in temperatures under 95 degrees. They freeze to death. Okay, so let's go ahead and block this. And then what we'll go in through here and we'll cut inwards. That's how we'll do it. Oh, let's watch our plumbing system. Nice. Now they don't have to waste their time anymore plunging. They don't have to worry about emptying anything. This will create polluted dirt. Like, it'll spit out the sand, and the sand will then become polluted dirt. That's why these are here, in case that happens. The rest of this area, we could just put more storage in here. Just to fill up the space. Not a big deal at all. What else do we have? We've got reed fiber. Why don't we start... Okay, hold on a second. Let me check our skills. Does somebody have mastered art? Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, let's change you to our Masterworks artist. Because that's a little more important, more distinctive. Advanced medical care. Carrying. Plumbing. I'll sit on his points. Electrical engineering. And like I said, we're probably not going to... Puffed eggs. Never mind about that. Let's eat 2 of the eggs and leave 1. Let's eat you. Let's eat 2 of you, because I can't support more than 1 for the most part. And let's go ahead and get a... Man, we're getting really lucky. We're getting a lot of good stuff right now. We need to prepare this area for the puffed. Look at my plastic. Yeah, these guys, I think they look really cool. These guys, I think, are kind of ugly, but the plastic ones, I like their smoothness. Wait, what? These guys need to sweep this crap up. Sweep up this crap. This crap out of my sight. You guys aren't eating the right types of food. Where are they? Stone hatch. Need to eat copper ore. Stone hatchlings, you're eating copper ore. All of you. Okay, let's go ahead and let's cook all of those eggs up. We got a ton of eggs we need to cook up. Stone hatch eggs, 7 stone hatch eggs. Let's cook them all up. Cook them up. Cook them up. Okay, let's get the pufflet egg over here. Puff ABC. Okay, it's pufflet egg. Priority 8. Deconstruct that. Oh no, we did it wrong. Or did we do it wrong? No, we didn't do it wrong. I lied. I thought we did it wrong. Oh yeah. Let's release that so his viability doesn't fall. We also can refinement. Yes, we can build the algae distillers now. 1 here, and 1 here, I guess? Now, let's build them on the outside. Deconstruct. There we go. Okay, let's get these prepared. So these things output polluted water. It doesn't matter if it's ugly in here. I was gonna hide the pipes inside the walls, but forget it. Okay, let's make sure our slime supply is disinfected. It is. That means we can start refining the slime. We need to hook it up to the power grid. Our power grid is going to start getting pretty overloaded, I have a strong feeling. Yeah, the voltage on this one's 1.5 kilowatts, and this one's 3 kilowatts, if every single thing activated simultaneously, which is not the best. We need to make this area better for the puffed, we're going to need to sift a lot of this crap out of here. So let's make one of these this way, and one of these over here. This is a more involved, well, not super involved, but more involved. This goes into here, this goes into here. This goes here, goes here. And then this is just the polluted oxygen. Wait, no, this is what's getting extracted. Really? Okay, I need to build another tank. We'll put it there for now. I didn't realize we were so full on carbon dioxide. That's not a problem. We can feed all of our carbon to the slicksters when they hatch. Oh my god, my power grid is gonna be so sad. Oh, look at this. They're already doing it. 7. Let me see. What is the puff's habitable temperature? Critters, puffed. You like... Your comfort range is between 59... Oh, wow, you have a very... You can survive in a wide variety of... areas, so that's good to know. Let's put in these. It'll improve the decor a little bit, even though decor is not exactly what I care that much about in this area. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be polluted. What are we pumping in there? Okay, we're pumping a little bit of everything in there. So this should be polluted oxygen, and this should be regular oxygen. Okay, so the point of this system here is we're trying to pump the... Oh man, we had to add automation in as well. Let's do an Atmos sensor for now. Okay, so the point of this system here is we need to... The puff needs to breathe polluted oxygen. That's what the puff wants. We also need to seal this area off so he doesn't fly out. So the puff needs polluted oxygen. Wait, let's just deconstruct this top one. So what we're doing here is the polluted oxygen is getting sifted out by one of these, and then the regular oxygen, in the event there is regular oxygen, will also get sifted out. That way we're only letting out, in the, like I said, there is some polluted oxygen that got out, but what can you do? Let's start filling that one up. Let's set this to when above 300 grams. That means the carbon's getting pretty thin in this area, so I'm going to set it to a really low level. So over here, we got these set to a 7. So these are creating algae. And in the process of it, because the slime is all wet, it's basically like... It's separating the liquid from the slime, and it's reducing it to algae, basically. So that's another way that we can get our algae. But these also are going to get a little bit hot. So let's go ahead and plant these in. That'll help with cooling. And these puffs are... I mean, we could just say screw it and not do it. I mean, that's an option as well. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it gets hot. Well, yeah, it kind of does matter if it's cancel. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep doing that. Because we haven't insulated this room, so that actually does matter a bit. Okay, that's looking fine. Got a hatch down here, let me wrangle them. More hatch eggs. Nothing too exciting, though. Are these guys getting cramped? Okay, so these guys are getting cramped. Let's take this off continuous. So this will be the last one that it does. Oh, yeah. Forgot all about this. Yes, they did seal it correctly, so let's go ahead and... We don't want to remove... Actually, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. I think I think this can suspend in midair. When are these guys gonna hatch? 5%. We could build an incubator to speed the process up. We don't have enough space, though. These little red dots are telling us that it's getting pretty hot in here, which is fine. I mean, it's like 150 degrees. This thing won't... When does this melt down? At 257? It'll be pretty hard for it to get to 257 degrees in there. It looks like... Okay, I'm about to say, I thought he got trapped, but he didn't. Yeah, this gives us a lot of space for this water. Very hot in here, as you can see. Okay, what else can we have our guys do? I want this... Okay, let's clean up some of this crap. Trim this wire. Let's trim all these wires here from this area. Those wires aren't needed. Okay, if I'm gonna start expanding over here, I'm gonna need to cut down there, basically. Go ahead and panel this area. And add in the... like this, and add that in. Let's leave that here for now. So some people want me to explore the, like, man-made areas a little more. We will get to that. I kind of want to get in here, though. Where do I want to enter? I think I want to enter through here. Just because this is where the, this stuff is. Probably gonna want a air freshener thingy over here. Oh yeah, we gotta start setting all of these too. Because we deconstructed it. So if we look at our calories, frost buns, 75,000 kilocalories from frost buns, which is amazing because we don't have any of them domesticated. We're not engaging in the cultivation of them. This is all just, what do you call it, wild ones that we're encountering. Actually, here's what I want to do. This area has a lot of granite in it, so let's switch to building with granite. Because that means they won't have to travel as far, because there's granite just on the ground. So here's some wolframite. So this is actually a real mineral, wolframite. I was like, is that fake? It sounds like it could be fake, but apparently wolframite is a real mineral. So how are we gonna... I think we're just gonna continue building this all the way down. And then we'll drill this part open. We'll drill this part open. I do want to collect all of the wolframite, because like I said, that's a kind of rare material. Let's continue downwards. Yeah, all the way down. Let's open this area up. More wolframite. Let's get them to mine this on the way down. Let's open this area up, because we're trying to get to those sleet wheats. Open this up. I heard that we got a another one of these. It's not raw. I have a duplicate in a cooked meal prepared by the grill or the gas range. Somebody ate a decent meal then. We'll take the poke shell, even though I don't have any plans for the poke shell. Let's also copy settings and add this to them so they have more space. I think I'm going to bump these up to a 4 as well. And then I'm going to reset these to a 6. Except for that. This stays a 4, this is a 7. Oh yeah, another thing we need to do is the Y button. And let's start making all of these on auto-harvest. Auto-harvest the crap out of these things. Also, let's rummage through all of these. Probably can get some clothing from them. Yeah, got some snazzy suits. Don't need them. Would have been nice if we got those earlier, but we can get more log entries. Oh, this is a lot of reading. Let's just collect them. We can read them later. More logs. This is how we reveal the story of the game. There we go. We collected all the logs from those. I kind of want to reveal this area as well. I want to be a little careful, though, because this is some kind of geyser or a volcano. It's something. Let's make this a high priority. Priority 9. Once we find out what it is, I'm probably going to tile it back up. What is it? I can't see what it is. It is a hydrogen vent. Interesting. Let's use granite, because it's a nearby resource, to just kind of block this thing back in. A hydrogen vent. That means hydrogen generators? Let's start the research for that immediately. Hydrogen generators. Where are they? Oh, let me just type it in. Hydrogen. Okay, there it is. Let's just get this entire tech tree right here. Let's just get all of the electricity stuff out of the way. Although that looks like it's the beginning of our end shifts, but since we have 4 shifts, they continue going for quite some time. Hydrogen is an extremely valuable resource. But we'll need to find well, not find, but we'll need a way to contain it so that the gas doesn't... Basically, it's worthless if the gas just starts getting all over the place. But at the same time, gas is extremely valuable. What is up with this guy? He's got slime lung. Yeah, I guess we did have a little bit of slime lung that we drilled through. Not too bad, though, but that's going to be the end of this episode. So we got a decent bit done. This is going to start erupting again. When? This is going to erupt in 11 days, basically. So yeah, it's getting there. We found a hydrogen vent. See, explore. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. You see this right here? This. You can't tell it easily in the cold biome, but usually these are really cold. Neutronium is typically really cold. Here's another one right here. Anytime you see 4 blocks of neutronium in that pattern, you know that there is some kind of geyser or a volcano or some kind of thing that emits resources is in there. But here's another one, 4 units of neutronium. One of the things I need to do is I need to start basically drilling up all of these areas. I need to leave the sleetweed. Basically, I can drill all around it as long as that tile remains, but I need to start doing that to start looking to, like, uncover the coolifier. I don't remember. It's got some thermo anti-entropy, the Majigan thing. It's, that's one of the things I want to do, because that's what I'm going to use the water for. I'm going to start pumping that into the machine, well, indirectly into the machine. But, yep, that's the end of that. With hydrogen, we can... Oh! Let's... incubate that. Get that going. Puffed has 25% hatched. Slicksters, 34% hatched. This is, oh man, we got, you don't even know, we got super lucky today. We got a lot of really good stuff. I'm pretty happy with the stuff that we got today. At any rate, yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Yes, you're still a prisoner, but you know what? The prison just got a little bit less ghetto. I should probably just bulldoze all these so that the prison lives up to its name. Look, the prison complex is getting pretty big, getting pretty advanced. I am pretty happy with it. Our resources are also pretty good. We got 36 tons of coal. Always need more coal, though. These guys are cranking out the coal, though. They're just pooping up a storm on the coal. But anyway, yep, that's that. Like this video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future Oxygen Not Included content. Of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.